Hello, my name is Marcia, and I have a YouTube channel that I am creating called Esther Speaks. Esther Speaks was created because I was going through a time in my life where God was really revealing a lot of things to me. I was very concentrated in a spiritual journey. And at one point, I got so frustrated. I cried out to the Lord and asked him, what did he want me to do? And he told me, Esther. And I said, Esther. So I was driving, I pulled over, I got my Bible, and I started looking for Esther in the Bible. I had never heard of Esther. And when I looked at Esther, I found out that Esther was a woman that ended up finding favor and marrying a king. And through her marriage, she was a Jew that her ethnicity was being hidden. And she was able, because of her position, to find out that there was a conspiracy against the Jews by this guy named Haman. And because of her position and her favor with the king, she was able to avert the destruction of the Jews. And one of the main phrases from her book of Esther is for a time such as this. So I know that God created me for a time such as this. And this is one of the problems that God has pressed on my heart to give to my people. And when I say my people, I am talking about all brown and black people, be it Mexican, be it Cuban, be it black, and even the low-income whites. Because what's going on now has nothing to do with race. It has to do with money. And it hurts me to my heart every time I hear a black person say that Trump has been the best thing for black people. And the only reason you say it is because of the stimulus checks. And you don't even know, because the only thing you were concerned about was the checks, that the reason why you got those checks so fast is because Trump was making sure his friends, family, Mitch McConnell's wife, Kanye West, all those got stimulus in the first rounds. And the second round was for the rest of his friends. That's why you didn't get that $1,400 from Trump. Remember, Biden had to give you that $1,400. But they had already cleaned the system. You around here talking about all these people, black people, that are in trouble about PPE loans. If they were to investigate those first two rounds, it would be some Republicans and their family that need to return money that would be in jail. And the other part is, I cannot believe that they actually are talking about Trump wants to be a dictator. They have a plan all laid out to replace all the loyal people to the Constitution with Trump's people. Trump is working with Putin, Kim Jong-un, and this last guy from Hungary, Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban took over and made Hungary a dictatorship just by using the plan that Trump used, trying to overturn the election. That's why he's friends with them. They've given him the playbook. And the actual Republican Party has rolled out a plan to turn the United States into a dictatorship. If you don't believe me, the mainstream media, MSNBC, speaks the truth and show evidence of what they're saying. Young Turks speak the truth and show evidence of them actually saying. Another one, Roland Martin, speaks the truth about what's going on politically. If you are catching your information from Facebook, Twitter, or Fox News, you've been lied to. Well, Fox News starting to tell the truth now, like about the impeachment of Biden. Biden hadn't done anything wrong. If you listen to, which I have, all of those C-SPAN court hearings, it always come to Hunter, but not Joe. They have witnesses that just was on this last hearing, Friday. The guy told in 2 depositions that he never had a meeting with Biden. But then he comes into this one and says that he does. They had a guy from prison testifying against Biden. And if you watch the hearings at the end of it, that's why they've changed from the Biden crime family to the they done changed so many things of why they wanted to impeach Biden until I don't even remember. I know this last thing is something that Jared Kushner did, coming out of, getting $2 billion from the Saudis. But they don't want to talk about that. They won't talk about it. Watch. If you do not watch the House on C-SPAN, if you do not watch those hearings, if you do not watch those speeches, don't comment to me. Because you are living a fairy tale. They even had Trump supporters tell me, if I gotta have a dictator, I'd rather it be him. You didn't even want to wear a mask. So you realize you must don't know what a dictator means. Which could be possible, because I've noticed the ignorance is mind-numbing. And oh my God, the lead attorney and AV sitting up there like a little puppy, talking about Fannie Willis. Who cares? If you was to investigate, and he even said, if you were to investigate the other prosecutors, there's a bunch of them sleeping with each other. It doesn't matter. It does not take from the fact that Trump made that phone call. It does not take from the, and you have his voice making the phone call. Every charge that Trump has been accused of is evidence, either coming out of his mouth, somebody else's mouth, or there's video, there's all kind of things, and then everybody that's testifying against him is loyal. And even some of them say they'll still vote for him, but they will not lie under oath and get themselves in trouble. Look how many attorneys have gone to jail because of Trump pushing them up to tell lies and file ridiculous information. And these people, and he's not, the lead attorney's not the only one. You got other black men. And I would think black men would be the main ones standing up against Trump. Because y'all the ones that he want to die. Y'all the first ones he want out of him. It's just mind-numbing. And I know it's all of misinformation. I would think an attorney would be more educated. Terrence did not repeat what he said on the witness stand because Terrence knew that when he was talking to them white women, it was all cap. Because Terrence was mad because Nathan was making all that money. His ass done got fired. Excuse me, I don't want to curse. The jealousy. And Terrence was not going to get up on that stand and perjure himself and tell them lies that he told when he was texting them two white women. But nobody's bringing that up. I don't understand that. And then her friend, she looked like Miss Shirley from her dear funeral scene. And look at Fanny. And she was asked to resign. Or she resigned, she got moved. Oh, surely she could not have a bone to pick with Fanny. Surely Terrence wouldn't be upset because Nathan Wade is on one of the biggest cases and getting paid. And then he dispersed their partnership. You don't think he's bitter? But nobody brought up the fact that Terrence did all that texting, but he would not say that stuff on the stand. Because he knew better than to perjure himself. And taxes, y'all talking about Donald Trump and the Republicans with taxes. That's the most uninformed reason to have Donald Trump for president. Because if you don't make $450,000, Donald Trump ain't talking to you. And if you make less than $450,000, you paying the most tax to run this country. And what Joe Biden wants is for them to pay their fair share so you don't have to pay so much. So if you make less than $450,000, I don't even know why you even talking about it being a Republican. Because it ain't doing you no good. They ain't talking about you. They ain't talking about cutting no Tyson for you. And then get this. How smart is it? You need to cut social services, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps. But you're going to make people who can't afford kids to have them. And then you ain't going to take care of them. And then the people who want kids and can afford them, you're going to stop them from having them. What? Make it make sense, as my friend Mims was saying. It don't make no sense. And I'm sorry. I think anybody that's in my race of people, remember, black, brown, and low-income whites. Them people that's up there with them pickup trucks and the mobile homes and, you know, all this trouble. And another thing, the January 6 people, if you look at their backgrounds, them people was going through bankruptcy, had lost stuff that they owned, and it was too ignorant to realize you're going through what you're going through because of the president that you got. That you're up there. Tearing up the White House. Now, y'all don't want to call us monkeys. If y'all didn't look like the Planet of the Apes up there on that damn White House, I'd pay you money. You can't tell the difference in the two scenes. Donald Trump ain't it. Joe Biden, infrastructure, if you don't know, if you got a certain income, you get free internet, or at the most $20. Yeah, it's for everybody. He's doing infrastructure, doing train tracks, making the trains be able to catch a train different places. Bus systems, improvement in bus systems to rural areas. I come from a small town called Midway, Florida. They got a little shaker poop that come through there 2 or 3 times a day. But there's another place in Havana that they don't have a bus. Walmart only comes through shipping. There are things that Biden is doing that is making it better for the middle and the lower class. Trump is making it better, or making it so. The rich hold on to their riches and they get richer. Now, like I said, you can argue with me, but unless you're willing to do the research, unless you're willing to sit and watch the hearings, unless you're willing to sit up and listen to them dumb speeches that Donald Trump made. And that's the other thing. President Biden is doing a job. He's doing an awesome job. We are ahead of all of the other countries as far as our economy, our employment. All of those rates are down lower than they ever been with Biden. Now, some of the people don't understand some of the things, the reason why prices are, which by every time Biden make a statement, you'll notice Biden made a statement about the gas, that he was going to have them investigated and make sure they weren't gouging. Gas dropped down so low by $2 within a month. Every time he calls them out, Biden said that he was going to be checking on this rent increase and also the application fees because people was gouging on that. Now application fees got back to normal for apartment rentals, even though the rent's still high. Because what you got to realize is companies trying to make up for the money that they lost during the pandemic. Even the companies that was kind of honest will get you if you're not paying attention. How many people done had 2 payments drafted from their account for the same payer for the cable company? I've had it since the pandemic. You gotta watch your money. You gotta watch everybody. You got to vote. You can't stay home. Because if you don't vote, you're not voting for him, for Biden. Not voting at all is a vote for Trump. And let me tell you, we went through hell. Had Biden been the president during the pandemic, not as many people would have died. Trump was a buffoon. After he was told how devastating it was going to be. But see, what I think is, he wasn't too interested in curing because everybody kept saying it was black and brown people most affected by it. To be honest with you, I don't think there's that many people at Trump's rallies now, because all of them, a lot of them dead from COVID, and the other ones locked up. Why? And the immigrants, don't y'all say one more time about Biden and the immigrants, because the Democrats made a concession and allowed the most conservative Republican come up with a border deal. And Trump called and told them not to pass it. So now, from that day on, any problems with the border is all Republicans. They ain't got nothing to do with the Democrats. Because the Democrats let them put stuff in that they didn't agree with just to get a comprehensive border deal. And because Donald Trump did not want Biden, under Biden administration, for the deal to be made, he told them to kill the vote. So he's very okay with fentanyl, so they say, even though fentanyl come through legal ports. It's been proven. Them folks at the border trying to find some freedom and some peace. And how dare you, Cubans and Mexicans? If you got your butt over here and you became a citizen, if you wasn't American born, you was a fool. If your mama, daddy, grandma wasn't American born, how you gonna want to close the border to somebody else from your country? No wonder you under Trump. You selfish. And another reason that we got so many job openings, and where you can't get service at restaurants and can't find somebody at the store, is because a lot of our employees are on the other side of that border that will come in and do a good job. I'll be honest, black folks just done got to the point, it's just certain jobs we don't want. It's certain jobs we need them here to do, because the white folks don't want to do it, and the black folks don't want to do it. Don't nobody want to do that. Now, this is my political information. And as I said again, the best source so that you can make an intelligent, fact decision about who you're going to vote for. You need to start watching C-SPAN. If you don't want to do that, Roland Martin, Young Turks, Midas Touch brings the real information along with the real proof that what they're saying is true. Stay out that lead attorneys. I don't get. And what is that thing with smelling the bottom of a bottle? What is that about? Tell something wrong with him. And AV over there like a little, and no, sometimes the way she be looking, she don't agree with that mess, but it's what makes money. So I guess that's probably why he does what he does, because he has people in there, Trump people throw money at anything. They don't care. Look at them. They know they paying his legal fees. They don't care. Can't buy their children a pair of shoes, but they gonna send money for his legal fees, because he up there acting a monkey. And every one of them charges, they got automatic proof. No assumptions. They made sure that everything they put in there was verifiable, undisputable truth. Ain't nobody persecuting him. Everybody was worried about Obama getting in the White House, talking about the end was going to be in the White House. The end was Trump. That's who was acting like the end. Up there doing everything and anything he could do, creating stuff. Ain't nobody else ever came up with it. Creating stuff that the forefathers even, well, they did put in some guidelines, but they didn't go as deep as they needed to for Trump. And any black man ought to be mad that they got all this proof. And they can't lock him up. And all these black men done had to be freed because they ain't have no proof, but they found his butt guilty. I think every person that's sitting in jail, that's been in jail for over 2-3 years, you need to put in for a speedy trial, especially in Georgia, because from what I hear, if they ain't ready to go to court by that date, you get to walk free. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you about our code conspirator, those conspirators, those people like Trump. For every law that they make, it's a loophole. And the loophole is hidden. But if you find that loophole, it don't matter what color you are, you can use it. Now, I ain't talking about people who out here committing crimes and doing all this crazy stuff. But when you innocent and you faced with foolishness, Fannie Willis was faced with foolishness. And I'm going to tell you, when I was dating, I come from, like I said, a small town in Florida called Midway, Florida, right outside of Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital. And when I went on dates, I had 2 prices that was during my era, because we didn't have cell phones. The pay phone was first $0.10, and then the price went up to $0.25. And my dad and mom made sure I had the dime to use the pay phone, or the $0.25, and a couple of them just in case one didn't work or one failed or whatever. And some money in my pocket. My grandmothers, my aunts, hid money in their mattress. That is a black thing in the South. That is a black thing. See, I didn't have to deal with not receiving, not taking my credit cards or nothing like that. But it was just, I never knew why. But it was always taught. And another thing, I sat there and listened to Fannie Willis. She sounded like a woman like me. If I felt like this was a whole bunch of bull, I ain't letting you see my phone. You prove I'm lying. But you ain't getting my phone because I ain't giving you the satisfaction. Get out of my face. Because this is a bunch of bull crap. I don't blame her. I wouldn't have let them see my phone either. Ain't they business. Ain't got nothing to do whether or not Donald Trump was guilty or innocent. And his butt is guilty. Recordings and everything. All of those people are guilty. So what does it matter to me who Fannie Willis gives her stuff to? I bet if you went over there on those other side and looked at them attorneys for Donald Trump, you'd find something to disqualify them for real. Y'all think about it. Like I say, Midas Touch, Young Turks, Roland Martin, keep you informed. And they don't tell you anything that they don't show you proof of. You see Fox News, they pay all their money for lying. Why would you still watch a news person that had been violated for lying? Wasn't no election stolen. They went to court 66 times and got all that thrown out. They even had to give, some of the attorneys got cited for frivolous lawsuits. And it was Republican judges that threw them out. A lot of them was Republican judges that threw them out. Mike Pence finally said he will not vote for Trump because he knows that this country is going to go to hell if him and his people get back up there again. And when it happens, the people don't believe me. Don't be whining and crying, because I'm going to be somewhere sitting in a tree with my gun that they say I could have. Thank you.